Because I get a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but several cases where members have phoned me up and you hear about mental health issues with sons or husbands and things like that. But you try and put them, try and encourage them to get in touch with somebody, and they just they won't have it. I've had one mother on the phone with me because both her sons were suffering with depression and phoning me up every day just crying her eyes out, and then the son wouldn't let her get anybody else involved. So,
so once things have gone horribly wrong and people's mental health is very, very poor, when people come into statutory services, then it's much easier, but it's getting to people before that stage where we can help with people's emotional health.
We know at the moment that what life is like for farmers. We know that suicide rates are very high. Very stressful things for farmers. Brexit's coming up. It's completely unknown about what's going to happen to their income, and so there are worries about that. It's a world that doesn't really cross over with mainstream mental health services, whether they're from the statutory side or whether they're voluntary sector side.
We haven't got the social resources that they would have 10, 20 years ago with regards to, what were you saying then, about harvesting, that used to be a big community affair. It's not anymore, it's all automated. The chapel every Sunday, darts on a Friday, pubs are closing. You haven't got the social outlets to let and to communicate that stuff. So it's about how that can be replaced with other forms.
So we know that the stresses are high. We know that suicide rates are high. What we don't know is what will help people turn to help in the first place. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence which says that the farming community don't like asking for help. They don't like showing that there's emotional distress building up. They don't like people to know that they're struggling. So we need to know how we can go about making it be easier for them to ask for that help.
What's been quite successful in parts of England, which we may be able to roll out into Wales, is blood pressure testing in markets, because that gives you an opportunity to discuss not just the blood pressure but other things that people might be thinking of. Although I've not been doing that this long, what people have said with what we do is it's no good expecting to have a stand, for instance, when people come along and tell you all about their mental health problems. No, they won't.
We are funded by Powys Teaching Health Board to do a number of things in their mental health team at PAVO, but one of them is to find out the views and experiences of people who use mental health services and those who care for them.
Because there is room for a representative from the farming community if we could court and find the right person with the right links and that had time to read the papers and come. There's no reason we couldn't.
Yeah, it would be brilliant if we could find somebody who was interested in that sort of more strategic stuff, and and there's other ways as well, other meetings and stuff.
Just to ensure the work that we're doing, we're getting user voices heard, that those users are as representative as possible, and kind of recognising that people are coming from different backgrounds with different needs, and some things are universal and some things are very specific.
So we do that in a number of ways. We've got quite a lot of work around what's these days called participation. We want people to participate in a whole range of things, but partly in the decision making that goes on about what services are planned, how they're delivered, how they get reviewed, how they get changed. And part of our work also is to support people to be able to speak directly to the planners, to the powers that be, to the people that hold the budgets, about experiences on the ground, about what would be better, about what helps to change things, and to bring new ideas in.